coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He targets Ingram for another grab. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Bridgewater now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical, and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast." Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, Fields. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Step, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the defense. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Shoves him away. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Draw play, Elliott, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Fields. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Fields. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
London about set to take over on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Houston set to take over. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. Stick, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they bring out their punter. Will Fuller back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. London about set to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. First down, Bridgewater. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And as a result, possession switches hands. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running right, here's Sanders.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Fields throw pulled in by Gronkowski. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got Gronkowski yet again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Voyagers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he completes it to Westbrook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, Bridgewater. That one complete to Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. second half will start with a run by Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Voyagers have taken the lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Now Bridgewater. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Thomas. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Houston's offense taking over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. London about set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Back to throw here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Bridgewater. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Zeke going to get it on the option. Power running by Zeke. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 46 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Off play action, Fields. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. C.J. Mosley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
To try again after the sack. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Fields. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. London about set to take over on offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Bridgewater now. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. They go play action. Bridgewater. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Bridgewater. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 4. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Into the hands of Cooks. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.